Welcome to the world of Metrixplus, your top destination for test and measurement equipment. We have an entire range covering electrical, NDT, environmental, and surveying equipment catering to a wide range of industries. Today, let's look at Metrixplus MMS Plus moisture meter, which is useful for measuring the moisture of many materials, but mainly concrete and building materials. Let's look what comes inside this box. This is the main meter. It comes with the sensor housed inside this removable cap. These are the pins if you want to use the pins for measurement. We also give extra pins in case the pins get damaged. So these are the extra pins here, the batteries and the manual. Please make sure you go through the manual before using the instrument. Let's see how we can use MMS Plus to measure moisture. There are two types of sensors which you can use in this. One is the scan type sensor, which is on its head. This is used for smooth surfaces, those which are not too rough or too edgy. You can use this sensor for that. Another type is the pin sensor. This pin sensor is used for rough surfaces. These are the pins. This is used for rough surfaces to measure the moisture. So make sure that you use the specific type of sensor based on your application. Let's see how now we can measure using this. Once you insert the batteries, let's switch it on. You switch it on using this button. You just press it once. This is what it will be on the screen. One thing you'll notice is there is a symbol. This means that the meter is right now in the scan sensor mode. Using this, you can measure the moisture. The value is 00. Right now it is not touching anything. It's in air. So the value should be 0 once it is in air. If it is not 0, then we can 0 calibrate it. There is a button called 0 here. You just have to press it once and there will be a beep. I'll just show that. So now it is 0. That means it's correct now. Make sure that in air it shows 0 for proper 0 calibration. Now to measure, you just have to touch this sensor on the material. For example, let's say I'll just measure it on my hand just to show how it measures. So once I remove my hand, you can see it again comes back to 0 because it is in air. So this is the way to measure. You just touch the sensor on the surface where you want to measure and it will show the value in real time. So let's see how to measure the concrete moisture using this. First, it is in scan type measuring mode, which is shown by this symbol. Then we'll select the sensitivity. CD15 is okay normally for concrete walls, and then we'll just press it tightly onto the wall for the value to be shown. So it's around 10.4. This specific area, the moisture is 10.4. Make sure that it is pressed tightly. Let's see now if we want to measure with pins, how we can do that. This is the connector where you connect the pins. It should be tight. Make sure that this is tight and not loose. Now once you connect it, press and hold the select button for 5 seconds to change the mode to pin mode. I'll press and hold this. CH will come. So CH, once it comes, release the button and you will see the symbol has gone now. So no symbol means that the meter is right now in pin measuring mode. If the pins are in air, again it should show 0 value. So right now it's not. So I'll press the 0 button again and it's 0 now. So this is 0 calibrate. Now to measure, simple as that. You just have to press the pins on the surface where you want to measure the value. That's it. It is as simple as that. There's no complication. You just have to touch the pins or the sensor on the material where the moisture is to be measured. So let's see how we can measure the moisture of soil using this. We switch it on. You can see it's the scan type mode which is selected. For soil and rough surfaces, we have to use the pins. So we long press the select button. And as the symbol is gone, it is in pin measuring mode. Generally, for soil, the sensitivity is CD09. We'll select CD09 and insert the pins into the soil. The pins should be fully inserted and you can see the value. So it is around 28 right now. If we add some water to this, now if we measure in the same sensitivity value, you'll see it has increased to 57 because of the moisture content which has increased. This LED indicates that it is over value. you can select the alarms as per your application, and these green, yellow and red. Right now it is configured that above 25 it will show red, so that is how it is showing. There is a thing called sensitivity in moisture measurements. It changes the way the sensor is showing the value. Higher the sensitivity, it will show more value, and lower the sensitivity, it will of course be less, but you have to make sure that the sensitivity is adjusted according to your material. So what we recommend is that, let's say you have a sample of the material that you want to measure the moisture of. For once you have to measure it using a raw oven dry method. Those are laboratory methods where you can check the moisture of your sample and they give you the exact value of the moisture. Once you know that value, you can calibrate it with this instrument to know which sensitivity works best for you. I'll show how to change the sensitivity in this. Again, this is the select button. We press the select button and there are different channels. So channels are basically sensitivity. CD00 is the lowest sensitive value. You can increase it using the up and down buttons. Total there are 10 values in pin measurement mode. So you can change it according to your application. Now I'll show you an example how sensitivity will change the value. So right now it's in CD00. That is the lowest sensitivity that is there. I'll measure it in this. We can see that the value is around 25, 26 in CD00. Now I'll change to higher sensitivity. CD09, this is the highest sensitivity for pin mode. I'll select it. Now if we measure, this is the value. It's around 5.8, 5.7. This is how the internal working of the instrument changes with sensitivity. For one time, you'll have to calibrate it from a laboratory to know the exact moisture value. Like let's say I know the moisture of this material of my hand, for example, is around 15. We saw that in CD00, the value was 25. In CD09, the value was 5. So somewhere around CD05 will be the exact sensitivity value for this material. I'll show in CD05 what is the value. CD05 is selected and you can see the value is around 16 now. So this is how it works. Even in the scan measurement mode, there are 20 levels of sensitivity and you'll have to select the best one according to your sample. So this is all about MMS+ moisture measurement. It is very simple to use. You just have to select the right sensitivity according to your sample, touch the sensor on the material and you get the real-time moisture value. That is how it works. This moisture meter can be useful for measuring moisture of many materials, but the scan type sensor is specifically built for concrete and building materials. Even in the instruction manual, different codes are given with different materials which it can measure. This is generally calibrated. You don't have to use this specific code, but this is a general value. For pin mode, different codes are given and different materials for that. Even for the scan type mode, these are the different modes which are given as per the density of the material. So this is all about MMS+ and how it can be useful for your moisture measurement. We saw how MMS+ can help you measure moisture. Like that, we have different types of moisture meters for paper, for soil, for food, grains, etc. This is specifically for concrete and it can be used to measure the dampness of walls or other building materials. We at Metrixplus are not only about products. We are your trusted advisors to make sure that you get the right instrument as per your specific application. We have our authorized channel partners spread out across India, so make sure that you ask for the authorized channel partner certification before purchasing. Additionally, we also have online selling channels. Our commitment goes beyond sales as we provide a comprehensive after-sales service. For any assistance or help, please contact us through the link given in the description. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.